That's right. Y'all thought we was gone, didn't you? Didn't they, boys? They thought we was gone. Absolutely not. We right here, back at it. The Regal Eagle season 3 in full effect. Gotti, meet Sal, what it is. What's going on? Oh, okay. I see you, Michi. I see it. Oh,
what's wrong?
For those who don't know, Gotti's in the Eagles locker room as we speak.
Hey, y'all quiet down over there. Yeah, I want to quiet down.
Yeah. What's going on, fellas, man? What's up with y'all?
Hey, man. I got my tickets. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for Thursday night. I'm in the house. Wasn't missing for the world.
Sally, where are you watching the game at, Sal? At the house?
I'm watching the game. I'll be watching the game in North Dakota. You know, that's where I'll be at.
Got it. We see you with the Michi Mania merch on. Okay, Regal in the background, sipping on that cold drink. What's good with you?
Oh, I thought this was an orange juice. Damn, tastes a little different. That orange juice I read got too much sugar in it, baby. I'm switching to beer for breakfast. Too much sugar in the orange juice.
All right, hey. So look, hey, without further ado, man, hey, we're gonna get into this thing, man, because you know why? This is what the people want. The people want this, man. They gotta hear it from us. So first up on the ballot, Gotti. I know. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Michi. Preseason is over. Okay, we done evaluated all the newcomers, everyone that's tried to make the team, all the people who ain't made the team. But with that being said, who was your standout player during preseason? Standout.
Yeah, this is hard because everybody's not playing at full capacity and all of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? And you got the rookie. Everybody trying to make the team. I'm going to have to give a cliche answer on this one, fellas, and I'm going to have to say Jalen Hurts. And the reason why I say Jalen Hurts is because of everything that's going on. I mean, and to be able to silence all of that stuff, the criticism you get. I mean, he just won the Super Bowl, 2 trips to the Super Bowl in 3 years. I mean, only a handful of people have done that. But he's doing that. We should have won the first one, but hey, that is what it is. We got the last one. So to go through all of the criticism you get from doing clowns like Cam Newton and all this type of stuff, and trying to shoot you down, still steering the course and maintaining that leadership in the locker room, I can get it to Jalen Hurts.
Right. Okay. So Gotti, me and you, we talked about this like 2 Sundays ago about this whole Jalen Hurts criticism. Like, what you think about that?
Man, if he didn't win a Super Bowl, they wouldn't even be talking about him. They wouldn't even be talking about, if there's this list of quarterbacks, if they were on the Eagles, they still wouldn't win a Super Bowl. That doesn't even make any sense. Like that's not even worth conversation to even bring up something like that. It doesn't make any sense. He's on the Eagles and he won a Super Bowl. If he didn't win a Super Bowl, you'd be talking about something else. We knew he wasn't going to win it. He's not the quarterback for the team.
Yep.
This and that. Leave the man alone. Let him play football. Go talk about somebody else. All these players that they're talking about that Jalen Hurts is not in the top 10 over, I think only 2, I think, have Super Bowls. You mean to tell me you're telling me Jalen Hurts isn't top 10 amongst 8 quarterbacks who haven't even went to the Super Bowl or haven't won a Super Bowl? I think the 2 that are on the list that one are Stafford and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like, Lamar Jackson. First of all, it's a football team. I don't care. And even do I think Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFL? Probably not. But it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter. He's part of a system that, he's part of a cohesive team that got together and did their thing. Talk about somebody else.
Yeah. So Sal, like preseason standout, man, who you got as far as your standout player in preseason?
Bro, I got a rookie on there, but I do got a veteran on there, because this veteran, man, he was last season he had me a little worried. But my boy was kicking them field goals. He was kicking 60-yard field goals in preseason. My man Jake the Bank was killing. Yeah. And he had a good preseason.
He was kicking them, but he wasn't making them.
He was 6 out of 6 in preseason. He made every field goal in preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went from Jake to make to Jake. I hope you make.
Yeah.
So my boy Jake was my standout guy for preseason, man, because
Jake, your job is at stake.
but I kept him on the team. I was like, Jake, we gotta make a comeback from last season. So we need you. So I mean, as long as he do like he did in preseason, we'd be straight. So that's my guy for standout for preseason.
Okay, so for me, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when it comes to our team, well, I'm trying to get something correct right now, but wait a minute. And shout out to We the People News Network for just subscribing. We appreciate you, man. We really do. But I feel like out of all the people who played in preseason, all the people who trying to make the team, all the rookies, I feel like Darius Cooper did his thing during the preseason. He made some phenomenal plays, really nice catches as a wide out man. I'm glad we kept him on the team. He's a good dude. Everything that I've seen during preseason, even like pre-snap reads and his route running was all to me was A1. So I'm glad he made it, and I'm glad he's back up to Devontae Smith. That's what's up. So for me, that's a standout player. As far as like this whole Jalen Hurts talk, like look here, man, look, we have to be realistic when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I'm not being biased. I'm really not being biased. But this cat has more accolades than more than 2/3 of the people who've been talking mad crap about this. He has more accolades when they say, oh, well, it's, is it him or is it a team? Name me one quarterback that doesn't have a good team behind him to win a Super Bowl. Name me one. Just give me one, and I'll give you $5. Every single quarterback has to have parts and pieces around him to succeed. Period. I don't care who you are. And they're talking about, well, is it him or okay? Well, if that's the case, then let's go here, because Joe Montana, I don't hear no one saying that about him. And this man had like 7 Pro Bowlers when he won 7 or 8. So I don't want to like miss me with that. Like any quarterback out there is got to have people around him. Like Lamar Jackson, let it be known. Everyone's saying right now, he has everything he needs. He has everything he needs. According to the sports media outlets and all sorts of stuff, guess what? Well, the Ravens have the best, one of the best wide receiver corps. Is there? And if you ask them, if you put them against ours, they're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna take Zay Flowers and so and so." Okay, so he has a better wide receiver corps than Jalen Hurts, right? And he had them same people last year. Now this year, his secondary is supposed to be better than ours. Okay, guess what? Now if he wins, are they going to say the same thing? Oh, well, he had everything he needed to win. No, they're not going to say that. They're not going to say that at all. So miss me with the whole he had this phenomenal team around him. I'm not trying to hear that, man. The man did his thing. He did what he's supposed to do. If he didn't, guess what? I wouldn't care if Jalen Hurts threw for 50 yards the entire season. 50. If he wins a Super Bowl, that's all that matters. Like these sports media outlets, like they want these cats to be able to throw. They want these unrealistic. They wanted to throw for 6,000 yards, rush for 2,000 yards, and then win the Super Bowl. Well, he did it all by himself because he had to carry the team. No, it ain't like that. Like, come on, man. It's like some of these women out here. You want a cat to have tennis, 305 credit score,
6-figure out,
15 calls. Like, and then guess what? That's still ain't enough. Like, come on, man. I ain't want to try to hear that. And I said this. I'm not saying what it is. I'm saying they could have 15 inches of grass, yards of grass is 15 inches. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. Like it's like these unrealistic goals, man. Come on, y'all want too much.
They can try.
Like that. Shout out to We the People News Network, man. Shout out to y'all. Rob James too, man. What's going on, Rob, man? What's going on? Good luck. Hey, glad to see you in. Go ahead, Gotti.
I would say they can try to make the argument of passing yards, trying to line Jalen Hurts up with these other quarterbacks who they say is better than him as far as passing yards. But when you got a running back who's scoring 60-yard touchdowns the first play of the game, what do you want him to do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you were telling him run out of bounds after the first down so I can pass the ball down the field the rest of the way. You know what I'm saying? When you have a running back who runs for 2,000 yards, you can't expect your quarterback to be in the top 10 of quarterbacks in passing when you have a running back that's running for 2,000 yards. You can't.
Right. Well, Well, what do they call it? It's oxymoron. It's oxymoron, man. Come on,
it's
man.
Come on, man. You gotta balance it out. You got quarterbacks who throw for 5,000-6,000 yards. What do their running backs numbers look like? Not 2,000 yards. So you can't expect him. You can't expect him to throw off all those yards when he don't have a chance to throw the ball. He's not even on offense. You got a running back just scoring. How many 60+ yard touchdowns did Saquon Barkley have? Anyway, I don't know offhand, but at least
I want to say
at least close to 10,
maybe,
right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
10.
Yeah, he had a lot.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, like come on.
Because I know he had 2 70s.
Yeah, like I think he just had two in the Rams game alone.
The Rams game alone.
Yeah. He had 4 against the Rams total in both games. He had like 4 in total in both games.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
shout out to the Rams.
Shout out to the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
But Michi, I can tell you had something you wanted to say earlier. What you got?
No. The first question was, who are you talking? Who are you looking at? The second question is,
No, I'm looking at the screen, but the camera's here. But I'm looking at the screen.
Okay. You turned and looked at the camera for a second. I was like, who was over there? Who you in timeout or something? Who you talking to?
Turn the camera around.
I got my 2 screens here, but the computer's here because
but the second thing is the reason why I hate the criticism from Cam is because y'all remember the day when Allen Iverson got the 70. I mean he took the team to the final. I mean, he's trying to do his thing. You can't name me more than 3 people that was on his team. No. If you can, good to you. Most of America can't. The reason why I hate the criticism from Cam is because he almost fell into that same category. If he would have won, he would have been in that category. Cam didn't have a team. You can't name me really 5 players that was on the Panthers when they were playing in that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So that's why I especially hate the criticism from him because, you know what I'm saying? He knew he's just an all-around hater. He tries to give numbers and all of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? He tries to justify his hate, but that's why I hate it even more is because he need to shut up and realize greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like Gotti said, man, you can't have a running back that's run, and mind you, we got another running back that's able to run as well. I mean, he's not, Saquon Barkley caliber, but he's able to run as well, which we already had him for some reason. Everybody remembers we just weren't using him before Saquon got there. But that's why I especially hate the criticism from Cam is because, come on now, you know what the guys went through. He's just hating.
Right. Yeah.
If Cam would have said Jalen Hurts was a good quarterback, we wouldn't even be talking about that right now.
Yeah. Right.
All they do is keep themselves relevant.
Yeah.
You sit here and you criticize them like that, the conversation is still going. If you'd gave him his props, there would have been no news.
But you know what? It's cool though. It's all right because Jalen Hurts like the Hulk. They just fueling his anger, bro. They keep fueling me. Right. He's just gonna come back like he did last year when he walked out the tunnel and seen the screen before the Super Bowl. Everybody pick the Chiefs. He gonna just do the same thing, man. He's going to silence the critics. We trying to, but they ain't gonna never silence because he's gonna keep doing his thing. So just let him keep.
Cam Newton needs to be sitting down and thanking Shannon Sharp for tickling old girl. That's why he got more news on ESPN. That's what Cam Newton need to be doing. He need to be thanking Shannon Sharp for doing all that tickling.
All right, so all right, y'all know we picked up Andrew McCoubin, the second or third round? I can't remember which one it was, but anyway, we got him. So looking at him as far as preseason goes, and I know some of us probably watch preseason more than others, but looking at him, I like. Sal, do you think Drew McCouba? You think he did what he needed to do to solidify the safety position, or do you think he still needs a bit more work?
No, I think he did. I mean, he coming from a shoulder injury, but I think he did what he needed to do in preseason to make their argument for that safety position. I think he did an outstanding job in the preseason, and I think, like I said, I think he did his thing out there. Even though he had that shoulder injury, working from that shoulder injury, I think he did enough to go ahead and secure that safety position.
Okay, Gotti, what you think?
Oh, 100%, man. He picked up where he left off at Clemson, man. He had that opening game against Cleveland. He had pick six, 75-yard pick six, fumble recovery. You look good out there. Hopefully we see some good things from him in the future. But I definitely think he solidified that spot. And I think they plan on shifting Cooper over to corner, or they had some talks about it. So we'll see how that work out. But definitely, I think he definitely solidified a spot.
I mean, talk about
nothing to add to the group, man. Nothing to add. Absolutely, man. He did what he was doing his thing down there in Texas and continued on over, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna be the odd man out. I'm gonna say he did a very good job. He did, but we have Sidney Brown, Andrew Makuba, and Louis Stene, something like that. Just from what I know, from what I've seen from him in preseason, yes, in college, I was looking at some of his highlights. He's a very well-rounded player. Reed's coverage is very, very good. But just me personally, like I want that thumper, that Sidney Brown. I meet you. I know you ain't really with him like that, but I'm gonna pick Sidney Brown over Andrew only because it's his first year in the league. I don't know if people are gonna try to test him, and I feel like Sidney Brown. He's more of a Troy Polamalu style player. I'm not comparing him to Troy at all. I'm just saying he's more of a Troy Polamalu style, like coming in hitting hard in the lanes. I kind of want that. I just hope that he doesn't get hurt. But I feel like Andrew Makuba is a very, very versatile player. And easily come in and take over where Sidney Brown gets left out if person gets hurt. So,
I don't like that answer.
I don't, you know what? We don't care.
By the logic you just said, we wouldn't have Kenyon Mitchell out there. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? The other boy wouldn't be doing his thing. Cook wouldn't be doing his thing. I think that he did it. And I like Sidney Brown. I do. However, Sidney Brown has made a lot, not just one or two. He's made a lot of bonehead, plays that have cost us critical yards and critical positions. So I'm hoping that
last year.
I'm hoping that he's shown a little bit more maturity this year because those things have came down to some critical games. The game is on the line, and here he go want to fight and do all these crazy penalties and all of this stuff. So, hey, if somebody's playing at the same level he is, minus all the critical, the penalties and showing more maturity, absolutely give it to
him. See, there you go. You trying to give people stuff. You're trying to give it to him. You gotta earn it.
I just said he's playing at the same level.
You said give it to him.
Yeah, give it to him if he's playing at the same level. Give him the job.
Nah, we ain't. You gotta earn that. You gotta earn that. Sidney Brown, you up first. You up first, Sidney. Andrew, just wait. Just hold on. You're in the wind. Just hold on a second. Give me a minute, Andrew. Just chill out.
Hey, when coach give you that finger, yeah, coach, how you win?
Now, like we say, if Sidney mess up, Drew, come on, man. Come on. Come here. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. That's how it's gonna be. Hey, over there, fry that pine fry. Go ahead, Drew. Do your thing. Don't talk to me.
Well, we'll see what happens. They're definitely going to test him if he starts. Who wouldn't test a rookie? Does he have a lot to learn? Absolutely. The NFL is not, it's not college or whatever. I do think Sidney Brown is very inconsistent in his coverage and everything like that. Surprised the hell out of me in the Super Bowl when he batted that ball down.
Yeah,
fourth and short, whatever. I just knew his ass was burnt. And I don't even think everybody was cheering because he got the because we got turnover and downs. I think everybody was just surprised at his performance. Like they wouldn't even. It was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but when he's in there on first team, when he was in there on first team last year, I think because of some injuries, he was getting toasted. He was getting pretty toasted, and along with the disciplinary problem. So hopefully, he did shape it up later on in the year after that one game. I think I forget who they were playing. They was all fighting all in the damn tunnel damn there. So he did
he get ejected that game?
I think he did. But he did kind of shape up from that point on. But we just don't know if he's going to bring it back. He might think his clock has reset. And he can, he got some new lives. So, but that can be costly. In a critical part of the game too. It's like you're not even doing it when we up by like 2 or 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Hey, what's going on, Papa J? What's going on, Red Jet? What's going on, Rob John? Hey, all y'all people in the comments, man, smash that like button, man. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, for real, everybody. So, all right. So here's the deal. So now we're gonna slide over to this area right here. So, Michi, what position do you feel needs more attention from the front office? Like we all know, every team has holes, right? Every team has holes, but for us, what skill position do you feel we need some more attention? Shout out to MI Philly too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a the skill position. It's not really classified as a skill position, but he had a lot of injuries last year, especially towards the end of the year. And then he moved over and covered another position, but he was still injured. He got injured this year, and in the preseason, and that's Landon Dickerson. Love the guy. But we just have to really pay attention to him and the injuries that he's having, because the back and all of this type of stuff. I mean, you can't really do too much with that. So I think that, looking at him and then moving forward and just, ensuring that we have a plan, if he goes down and stays down longer than necessary. I really think that, because he's contributed a lot to the team. Everybody knows that, creates holes like you wouldn't believe for Saquon to run through, and definitely protects Jalen Hurts. So I would just say, just put a little bit more focus on his backup.
Okay. Tyler, who you got?
I'm gonna agree with Meach on that one. I'm gonna agree with Meach, because that's a position that we need to because he's doing a remarkable job, and it's gonna be hard to replace him. So we gotta, he's getting older. The veterans are getting older, so we gotta make sure we get those youth in those positions who can apply that same pressure as these veterans are doing. So I'm agree with Meach on that one. That we need to, the front office need to pay more attention to that position. Definitely need to pay more attention to that position. And also, I think even though I think our linebacker positions, like we got Zach Bond, but I think, in the future going down the line, like we got these veterans, they get older. We need to get some youth up in there. We also need to pay attention to that linebacker position as well.
Got it.
So we'll kind of touch on, kind of echo just a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of change gears. But yeah, Landon Dickerson, I didn't like Steen's performance last year at all. Yeah, but he's up there now. But now Dickerson's hurt, and I definitely think that's one of the weak points in the team right now. But to kind of switch gears, the position that and if you'd asked me this question earlier, that was fixed, that I really love the decision that was made, is that that running back spot, that pickup we got with AJ Dillon. So I think that is a position that pickup needed attention, that they of course they solved it before we got to this question. But I really do love that pickup. Give Saquon a break. Since we lost God damn, what's my man's name? Kenny Gainwell. I think that was a good pickup, because we definitely thought Kenny Gainwell was capable for any time Saquon he was hurt or took a breather. We never wanted to skip a beat. You know what I'm saying? So with AJ Dillon there, I do know he was hurt for most of the season last year, or maybe all of the season, but he looked pretty good in preseason. Definitely has the skills, definitely fits into the offense, and definitely can fill that hole. Even though he's a more seasoned than Kenny Gainwell, definitely can fill that role for giving Saquon a breather. So I think that was a good job by the front office.
Like me, and I'm with y'all with the AJ Dillon pickup. The only thing is he's third string, so they got Will Shipley ahead of him. But I'm curious to see how they're going to use him on third down. He's more of a power running back than Will Shipley is. I feel like Will Shipley, he's a bit more elusive than AJ. So I'm curious to see how they're going to use him on as a third string. Me personally, I feel like, I know they've addressed it, but I feel like they still need to touch up and still start making some calls. But our right side cornerbacks, like Adoree Jackson, he's good, but they're not, and I'm not sold on Keely Ring. Like, I'm just not sold on this dude at all. But the thing is, you got Adoree Jackson and Keely, like that's all we got. So as far as depth's concerned, the only person you have out there outside of him is Jacorian Bennett. So if Jacorian Bennett, that's it. Like Quinyon, Adoree Jackson, and Keely, that's it. So I feel like they still need to start snooping around and look for that real shutdown corner to go opposite of Quinyon, because again, I'm not sold on Keely Ringo if something happens to Adoree Jackson. And I say that because at any time any player can get hurt. So I'm just kind of curious to see how they're going to muster that up.
I mentioned earlier they have been putting Cooper back there, with reps on first team corner. So, but switching from safety to corner, just that position is a beast. So we'll see how that works out.
Because Michi would tell you, What's the hardest position to play in football, Meech?
You muted.
And if we can hear you, we probably agree.
The hardest position on the field. Everybody knows that. That's just what it is. Everybody think it's quarterback, but cornerback is the hardest position to play in football.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from the chat, man. Hey, John, we'd love to hear, man, what you got. We the People Network. Hey, we'd love to hear what y'all got. Red, especially we know Red got they always. She stay in the chat. We love that. We love that. But yeah, man. All right, moving on. We're gonna say, what team do you feel needs major work based on what you're seeing from the potential starter? What team? Looking at all the preseason, what team do you feel like needs major work? Anybody?
I haven't been following the rest of the NFL too much at all.
I think the Titans need some help, bro. I think they I don't know, man.
I think Buffalo got smacked around too.
No, they'll be all right, man. Titans will be all right. I think, man, obviously the obvious answer is always the easiest answer, and it's because they do it to themselves. It's these daggone Cowboys. I mean, they do this to themselves. Come on now. Let's call a spade a spade. I mean, you get rid of your best player, but I understand it on both ends. You know what I mean? I don't know if you go put this on the back end, Duke, or whatnot, but I understand that both sides of I understand both sides of it, right? So they need a lot of help. Those 49ers, sorry, Red Jet, I know you out there. They need help starting with their coach. They need help with that. I mean,
no, they don't need no help with that. Leave them where they at.
No, they like it.
Don't ever touch them.
They're gonna get the same results every year. But you know, there's a few teams that need to, you know, figure out what they're gonna do and go for it. But I mean, those are the teams that they're gonna do, man. The Browns, they need to figure out what they're gonna do. Stop paying attention to all this hype and just play your game, whatever it is. I mean, make it how it is. Carolina Panthers, I mean, they really haven't made any significant changes. They're gonna be the same way doing it. Looking at them preseason, the draft moves that they made, we still wondering. The Saints, I mean, come on now. You look at the quarterback situation that they're in, and especially when Carr threw his hands up and quit. You know what I mean? Well, not quit. He retired. Because, I mean, he did it on good terms because he didn't want to, you know, take any money from those guys and be sitting out injured. So I understand it from his end. But I mean, you drafted this guy thinking that you had Carr to go when you knew he wasn't the best quarterback when you drafted him at his position. So the Saints, you know, they got about 3-4 more years of agony to go through before they do that. I mean, it's a lot of teams out here that just, you know, playing foolish and reckless. I watch them all.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like the Browns. Like, look, man, like y'all started this trap in during the draft. That's why y'all season going the way it's going. Y'all don't know if y'all coming or going. Y'all don't know if y'all want to play Shador, if you don't want to play Shador. You don't want to. Y'all don't know what y'all want to do, and that's why the Browns get stuck in the same reoccurring hamster wheel every single year. I think they're the only team that's drafted a quarterback like every single season. Like, come on, like it's obvious. It's either that or switch out your. It's one of the two, man. Like y'all are just a dumpster fire. I hope y'all do well, but paying your mans all that money, that was like it started from there. So the Browns, like y'all are the ones that have the worst luck ever. And I'm sorry to say it, but y'all are just dumpster fire waiting at like in smoke. Y'all are smoldering right now. It's a volcano that ain't rough.
Yeah, this is the last year they're stuck with him. They stuck with him in that money for this year. This is the last year that they stuck with him, Deshaun Watson. But I mean, to Deshaun's defense, man, when the Browns brought him over, he was doing his thing. It's just during that off season, you know what I mean?
On and off the field.
Him in trouble. Yeah, everybody knows the rubbing tugs got him in trouble. And then, you know, it just went downhill from there. But he was doing his thing in Texas. That's why he got all that money. He got all that guaranteed money. You know what I mean? And then he went out. He started getting them rubbing tugs. And so they structured his contract to give him only a little bit during that time. So they knew he was going to get in trouble. But they can only take whatever percentage of his money. So the first year of his contract, I don't know if y'all remember this, but they only paid him like $1 million or something stupid. All the other money was guaranteed, but it came after that time. So after the trouble was over. So
yeah, he missed the first 6 games. First year there?
historically, the Browns don't like to pay their players. That's why they don't get star quality out there, is because their owner doesn't like to pay their players. You know what I mean? Other than Deshaun, which came as a total shock to everybody. But you pay him all of this guaranteed money, which reset the entire market. But then everybody after that, you're not paying them nothing. So that's why they're stuck where they are. But Deshaun, he was doing his thing in Texas before he went there.
Yeah, he was.
And then, you know what I mean? He got all that money. You know what I'm saying? And then he's, you know what I mean? He started doing them things in the rubbing tugs, and he wanted a little bit more. And he started going all around Texas doing that. And so that's what caught up with him. Yeah. Come on, let's call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm. So wait. So was yeah, Papa J. Hey, we're gonna get into that. So you said the Cardinals are gonna have a crazy year this year? You think that? So was it Swiss dog?
Swiss dog, yeah, that's my boy from Germany. That's my boy I was in
Your
Germany.
homeboy?
No.
What y'all think about that? The Cardinals? I don't know.
What Cardinals? The Louisville Cardinals? He can't be talking about little Mighty Mouse running all around the field. The Cardinals was having they were having a good end of the year last year. They were doing their thing. Little Mighty Mouse running around doing his thing. Kyler, what's his name? Kyler Murray running around down there. He was doing his thing at the end of the year. I give him that, but they didn't really make the necessary changes that they needed to in the offseason. So I give you that.
That's weird. I don't know. All right, so you gotta take the comment. All right, so NFC, right? We're not talking about AFC because guess what? We can't control that. We can control the NFC. So you forgot everybody's new players, new signing deals, and all this. You know, people changing from this team to that team, blah blah, and media outlets saying that these people have the best chance. So, Gotti, who do you feel has the greatest chance of becoming being number one in the NFC over the Eagles?
The greatest chance to be Washington.
Washington?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the team.
Why is that?
I think they're a more put together team than, of course, the Giants and the Cowboys.
No, we're talking about NFC. Period.
Oh, the NFC. I thought you said
the NFC.
Over the East.
The NFC.
NFC.
I think Detroit.
Detroit. Okay.
Detroit. Definitely Detroit. They didn't lose too much from last year. Great running back core, great quarterback, great team. Not too much I can say about it. I mean, if we weren't going to the Super Bowl last year, with the exception of Washington smacking around, I think it would have been them. So I think the greatest threat to the Eagles, as far as that NFC is Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, see, Washington did smack them up.
I know that. Come on, I know that.
Oh, okay.
They had 13 injuries though. I got to give them that. They had 13 injuries though on their defense alone last year. So Washington was Washington. Go ahead though. Keep going. Keep the party going.
No. I want to hear yours. So
you really, in my opinion, you really, really have to pay attention to the Green Bay Packers this year. You know what I mean? Just the addition of Micah Parsons alone, I mean, that makes them really, really, really good on the outside. They have two outside rushers on that team that's going to be good. Detroit is going to be good. They were good last year. We just have to see the first couple games this year as far as their defense, because their defense was, totally ripped apart by injuries last year. So you have to see them. I don't know if they're, they historically, I guess you can put them there, but I would put the next closest team, and I'm gonna put them over Washington, is Green Bay, because they were doing their thing. Even in game one against us when we played in Brazil, we opened the season last year in Brazil with them. They hung around with us. It was game one, so they were doing their thing and they got better as well. Jordan Love, he does make some boneheaded decisions, some boneheaded plays, but they're always right there in the pack. They're in one of the toughest divisions in entire football. Everybody in their division makes the playoffs. Last year, this year it probably won't be like that because they're throwing the guy in. It was just essentially a rookie because he was out. Their starting quarterback was out last year, so we got to see how he plays. So that kind of takes them out of contention. The Vikings, so they won't have the same success that they had with Sam Darnold last year. But Detroit is right there. Green Bay, that essentially puts them to be favored in their division right now with the addition of Michael Parsons. So outside of us, Washington is a threat. You know what I mean? Washington's a threat if Debo stop wearing all them dresses and them leggings and them Lululemon pants to work, they might be good. I mean, but he's wearing all them dresses, all the Doc Martens. He don't know if we want to be golf on Monday, you know what I mean, emo or whatever you call it on Thursday. I mean, he got to figure out what he's doing first. He start wearing all them women's dresses, then they might be good. But right now, I'm gonna have to put Green Bay in the running.
Let me say, you gotta stop wearing them Prince assless chaps. You just left those alone, then we'd be all right. Nah, so for me, man, I feel like, I definitely think Green Bay and Detroit are one and the same, but just like you said, given the fact that they had 13 injuries last year, and if I'm looking at a total combined team and everybody is healthy, I feel like head to head, if you put Green Bay up against Detroit, and again, I'm just going off what they had as far as the past 2 seasons for Detroit and what they did and how everything planned out. I feel like Detroit, if they were to play Green Bay, I feel like Detroit would beat them. So I'm gonna go with Gotti on this. I'm gonna say, Detroit would probably be the closest, but I'm not gonna say they got to show up in the playoffs because they did that once already, but they made it to the divisional round last year and got smacked up. And I feel like maybe if they didn't have that many injuries, they wouldn't have happened. So that's why I say I'm gonna go with Detroit right now. But Green Bay is definitely a close second. And I got to put them third right now. Now we'll get into the bowl predictions later. But I'm sorry, Sally, what you got on that?
I'm going with Green Bay, man. I just think, even with that addition with Michael Parsons, but I just think, and we're gonna find out on week 1 because they go head to head in week 1. Detroit and Green Bay go head to head in week 1, so we're gonna see. But
can you really count that? Because Michael Parsons, he'll be in, but he'll be limited. He's gonna be very limited. So
I'm saying mean, even without that prediction, even without Michael Parsons, I'm just gonna see. I still think Green Bay is our biggest threat as far as NFC goes. As far as if we not, the next team is gonna be Green Bay. I mean, with Washington was great. We're gonna see if that sophomore slump hits Jaden Daniels. We're gonna see how that works out with him if that sophomore slump hits. And like I said, we got to see with the addition of Debo. We'll see. We stop eating all those ho-hos and Twinkies and stuff. We see if he gets his weight under control and all that good stuff.
But Gotti, I'm sorry, Michi, go ahead, because I know you see that spew of garbage Papa J just put there at 10:38.
I won't put it. He talking foolish up there. No, that's Spice Dog. That's Spice Dog. They talking all that foolishness about Christian McCaffrey and all that stuff. I don't pay that no mind because Christian McCaffrey don't even think he's that good anymore. So I don't pay the delusional fans. I don't pay them no mind either. But you got to say, man, they were, Detroit had the best offense. I know that they won't rate it up. But they were doing they were doing trick plays on offense. That's when a team is running on all cylinders. The type of plays that Detroit was running last year on offense, it's just their defense. If their defense was together last year, Washington would have came in and did what they did to them.
Yeah. Hey, I seen one of my childhood friends, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, his name's Demetrius too, by the way. Hey, Demetrius. Hey, go ahead and like that smash button. Come on in. Come on, get in the chat. I see you out there, but just know, I know you a Cowboy fan, and I wanna see the tears. I know you was crying. I know you was in the corner, all lights off, crying. I know you was. When Michael Parsons left. Yep, shriveled up like a baby back bitch, just like the rest of them. That's right. I know he was. So house divided, man. Half Detroit, half Green Bay. Hey, shout out to my man Eddie Polk too, by the way. So, all right, bold predictions, fellas. Who we got on these bold predictions? So I'm gonna give y'all mine. My bold prediction this season, and it's bold. I predict that the Washington Commanders will definitely squeak in as a wild card. They'll squeak. That's my bold prediction. They're barely gonna make it. And the reason why I say that, because last year, yes, Jalen Daniels had a phenomenal year. I'll give him that. But if you go back and look at all the quarterbacks he played against, they were all subpar. And I think not 8 of 9 didn't even make the playoffs. So this year they got tape on him. Yes, he's doing his audio visual reads with his automation room and all that. I get it, but I just don't think they'll be good. But I feel like they're going to tweak into the playoffs. That's my vote. Michi, what you got?
It's hard, man. I mean, you want something bold.
Whoa, that's my vote for this.
I'll jump in. I'll go.
They're going to squeak in.
Kansas City Chiefs won't make the playoffs this year.
Ooh, they won't make it?
They will not make the playoffs this year.
Ooh. Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs won, I don't know how many games by less than 10 points last year. They are weakened. They had been exposed. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs last year. Kansas City Chiefs won't make the playoffs this year.
That's hard, man. You know,
Kansas City Chiefs.
I gotta put them in.
This year.
I gotta put them in there because only reason I'm putting them in there is because Travis and Taylor just got engaged. You know, so that's bringing money. They need to see them as long as possible. I'll just be honest with you, man. They just got engaged. They need to see them as long as possible. They talking about some Taylor Swift allowing her to own a team and all this. Man, come on, man. They gotta see. They just been exposed. But I mean, they have, you know, what's his name, Chris, the guy on their line. I mean, awesome guy, man. I think they got the right additions out there. I'm gonna say they're gonna make the playoffs. I'm gonna say they're gonna make the playoffs.
We shall see.
We shall see. Prediction. That's a bold prediction. We'll come back to this.
Man. I'm just betting all or nothing. You gonna go big.
hey, what you say, Gotti? I'm going all in.
Push it all in.
All in.
Bold prediction.
Bold. That is bold. I ain't gonna lie. Like, golly. I thought I was pushing the limits when I said they gonna squeak into the playoffs. These are my day. Not gonna make it at all.
They gonna make it at all.
Everybody else, you know what they did? You know what everybody did to the Chiefs? They let them off the hook.
That is true. That is true. Because if you look at the games last year, they was winning by like 1 and 3 points. So yeah,
and in the fourth, it's most of them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
let them off the hook.
So, Meech, you want to come back to you or go to Sally?
Go to Sally, man. Go to Sally.
Man.
I'm trying to come up with it. Hey, gotta not set the goal up here now. I gotta come up with something. I gotta think of something to top that.
Golly.
I gotta think of something to top that one. That's
bold. That's a hell of a prediction. That's a bold prediction right there. Okay.
Yeah.
My bold prediction. That Pittsburgh ain't gonna even make the playoffs, bro.
That's not bold. That's not bold.
I feel like that's to be expected. What's up, Rod? Man, what's going on with you?
That's not bold. That's not.
All right, here we go. The Jets are going to be plus 500 this season.
I don't know if that's bold either.
You don't think that's bold?
I don't know.
Nah, I don't like that answer.
Look, Sal got a wheel in his damn.
Hey, Sal, he on the Price is Right.
It's hard, man. I mean, it's hard. A bold prediction is hard, bro. I don't know, man. Go ahead, Meek.
Hey, everybody in the chat, man. We want to hear y'all's bold predictions.
Yeah, what's y'all bold predictions in the chat?
What's y'all's bold prediction, man? We want to hear. Gotti said the Chiefs ain't gonna make the playoff. I know Rod got one. If anybody got a bold prediction, I know it's Rod Cali. I know he got one. So talk to me, Meech, man. You gotta come give me something.
I'm gonna say this is gonna be the year that the 49ers fire their quarterback. I mean their coach.
Oh. Ooh, okay.
This mid-season or at the end of the season?
I think they'll do it at the end of the season because of unless they put now if they fire him mid-season, they're gonna put Rob Saleh. You know what I mean? They got him from the Jets. He's a defensive coordinator. They'll put him in the coach if they do that mid-season. So that's going to be my bold prediction that the 49ers finally get rid of his Kyle's shenanigans. They fire him and make Rob Saleh the head coach, the interim head coach.
Hey, Rod talking about, please, Michi, please. Rod want him gone so bad.
That's my bold prediction. I know it ain't as bold as Gotti's, but that's my bold prediction. They finally get rid of Shanahan and put Rob Saleh in the interim position. They might do it, the last 4 games of the season or so, because you got to think the 49ers, they sucked last year. When they do good, they make the playoffs and they do good, and when they suck, they really suck. So they have a crappy schedule this year because they played shitty last year. So that gives them a really, really easy schedule. They have one of the easiest schedules of the entire NFL this year. So if they don't do good with that easy schedule they have, Christian McCaffrey coming back and all of that type of stuff, they're going to get rid of Kyle. They're going to put Rob in the interim.
Hey, Papa J said fire Cal. That's not a bold prediction. That's just straight out ludicrous. I don't think it's ludicrous. I think, hey, all of y'all, Papa J, all of y'all want him fired. And when I say all, I'm just talking about just in general. All of y'all want that man gone. And the supreme leader of get rid of Cal is Rod Cali. He's the supreme leader. So every year, the past 2 years, I've been watching y'all being on podcasts with Niner fans. That's all y'all say is fire Cal. That's all y'all say. Fire Cal. So I don't think that. I think that is a very reasonable prediction. I'm not good, but bold at the same time because you just keep Kevin for so long. Now, I will say another bold prediction for me is that, and I got to double back to what Sally said as far as Steelers. Steelers will go under 500. They'll be under 500. They will not have a winning season, and that's big for Mike Tomlin.
I'm about to say that's bold. I mean, he hasn't had a losing season since he's been there.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna learn today with Rodgers. They're gonna learn today with Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna learn
today. Rob said, "I'm leading the pack when I say foul. When I say fire cows." Yeah.
I don't know, man. If because I don't think so. I think they will. I think they're gonna have a winning season because if you look at it, Aaron Rodgers, he had the first couple bad games, but they were silent on him towards the end of the season because Aaron Rodgers' numbers were good. He wasn't sucking in New York when he was playing. And they got rid of him. I think they're gonna go, man. Him and DK Metcalf, they got the better running game. Are they gonna reach the playoffs and do well and all that stuff? I don't think so. But this is definitely the time to figure out what they're gonna do from here. So I think that they'll make it.
All right, so look, we already know, man. Look, we coming up on the hour. So look, the grand closing. We're gonna talk about this Micah situation. Gotti, you can go first with the Micah. Sally, you go second. Meech, you go third, and I'll close it out.
I think the Cowboys is ludicrous of losing them. They already team was already decimated on offense, which of course he didn't play offense, but the defense needs to make up for what the offense is lacking. Which Dak was out most of the season last year, so they depended on the defense to try to even that up. I think they're absolutely ludicrous for getting rid of him. I don't think it's helped them at all. I think he's going to be a good addition to the Packers, and I think they're going to be in the same position in the NFC East that they were last year because of the loss of Mike Parsons.
All right.
I think that was like the guy said, that was crazy. I think for me it was more personal for Jerry than it was strategic as far as strategic wise, like reasons. I think it was all personal. I think he didn't like the fact that he was getting challenged by somebody like that, and he wanted to just make a bold statement, and he just threw his team. I mean, they was already in the toilet bowl. I mean, they just deeper in the toilet bowl. I mean, shout out to Michael Parsons. You see that little video I put on there last night? That boy said he paid now. He said he's the richest he's ever been. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just think that Jerry took it personal, and he made that personal decision, and that's what caused it. But I mean, shout out to Green Bay. They're just gonna they're gonna do better than they already have been. They're already a good team, but yeah, that's what I think about this whole situation.
So I'm gonna have to come in at a different angle, guys, and y'all call me crazy, but I correlate this to the stock market. I invest every single month, right? You have to take your emotions out of it. From a business perspective, emotionally, getting rid of Michael Parsons was foolish. From a business perspective, I mean that's adding, you know what I mean, money to the cap space, right? They knew that I know Jerry Jones said that he thought that, you know, that handshake agreement they had in the preseason of last year was going to, you know, preseason was going to hold over, and it didn't, right? I get that. However, from a business perspective, I think it was smart. I think it's only smart if they're going to have to do something with Dak as well. All that money they paid him, they have to do something with him, right? I think that it was the smart time to do it because the payoff could be bigger, right? I know you get rid of Michael Parsons. He's one great player, but just like Jerry Jones said, they were not stopping the run. I don't care what anybody says. They were not stopping the run. Everybody could run on Dallas, right? Michael Parsons, and I said this throughout the year, Michael Parsons is great from the outside only. He was not good on the inside. He's coming up, but he wasn't a true run stopper. So if you're looking at rebuilding a team, sometimes you have to blow it up and you have to make those bold moves and get rid of that if you're trying to, you know, restructure the team for future success. Nobody will want to get rid of their best player, but in this case, I think that it was a smart business move by Jerry Jones to get rid of him, to get 2 first rounders, get the guy that's, you know, not on Michael Parsons' level, but I mean, he can hold his own. I mean, for the Cowboys, he can hold his own doing what he's doing. But I mean, the return, you know what I mean, on the return on the back end, like everybody's comparing it to the Herschel Walker trade. Y'all know got rid of him, and then they got the people in, and then they won the 3 Super Bowls and all this type of stuff and do whatever. I think it has that potential, but you have to draft good. So you have to get Jerry Jones out of the GM position to be able to, you know what I mean, draft some people and pay some people, and they have to restructure Dak's contract or get rid of Dak. I think it could really, really be good for the Cowboys in 3 years from now.
Yeah. Like right now, right?
Taking your emotions out of it.
Right. Take your emotions out of it. Was it a good move for him? Financially, you know, they say Jerry Jones is a businessman. So financially, yes, it's probably a smart decision because long term, all that money that you're gonna end up paying Dak on the back end, CD on the back end, now him on the back end, and you're not gonna be able to get those players that to come in like that, like we do. Like Howie is a master at the cap, so he is not. He's a good businessman. He knows how to make money, but I don't think he's a good. His management when it comes to money like that is smart. So emotions out of it. Financially, yes, good decision. Now emotions, I feel like he let his emotions get into it and get involved. I mean, I'm like, come on, Jerry, man, you cannot really sit back and think that these handshake deals you did in the fucking 40s still hold the same kind of weight that they do. That it ain't gonna work. You're gonna talk about, yeah, well, we had a handshake deal. Like, look, ain't nobody doing that. No one's doing that no more, Jerry. Come on, man. And I just feel like, for Michael Parsons to leave, one, that takes a lot of pressure. Well, I'm not even saying it takes pressure off us to win because we're gonna win anyway. But it takes a lot of pressure off us because now we don't got to deal with them 2 times a year. But it all, in the long run, it will probably help them because, I mean, the amount of money that they're going to pay Micah, that's 2, possibly 3 players, and then 2 late. They got 2 high second round draft picks from what everybody's looking at it. So I mean, to get rid of him, is cool. I just don't like the way it happened. But like me said, and like everybody else saying, had they got ahead of the swing, they may have been able to connect. I did that swing connect, but better on the front end. But shout out to him for getting his money. Shout out to the Cowboys for being dumb. Shout out to them for making themselves less of an issue and less of a case. And shout out to them again for giving us more memes and more things to talk to them about and more things to dog them on. So shout out to them. We appreciate them. They do everybody a service. They really, really do.
Excellent business move, though. Excellent business move.
Yeah,
excellent.
Business move smart. Yeah.
Same thing. I think that what they did with him, like you said, they waited too late. But I think it's the same thing the Browns are going to do with Shador. I think it's the same thing that we're going to do with AJ Dillon. You know what I mean? They're bringing in good. We're not because they want to go younger. So you know what I mean. Shipley, if he's doing his thing, you know what I mean. They'll do that, and then AJ, they'll give him exposure to be able to bolster our draft. I mean, not draft, but trade stock and all of this type of stuff in him. So I think that, business-wise, emotions totally removed, not, the connection to the Cowboys. I think it was great. I think it's the same thing that the Browns were going to do with, what's his name? I mean, the who he is on defense on the Browns. I can't think of his name right now. Myles Garrett. The same thing that they were going to do with him. It's the same thing. It's just, he was worth too much at that time. You know what I mean? Same thing with Crosby out, Max Crosby out in the Raiders. The same thing that they were doing. I think it was a smart time. Nobody wants to get rid of their star player at any time, but it's the same way that, you look at these other teams and they get rid of shockers. And then, the dividends of 2 first rounders, just think about the potential of 2 first rounders. I know they, late in the first round, but still, I mean, 2 first rounders, and then freeing up $42 million, freeing up $42 million next year. I mean, that you're going to have room to pay people. You restructure Dak's contract. I think they can do something.
5 times. Yeah, me too. But hey, Papa J, one thing, man. Hey, we don't ever. Jerry Jones needs to go to the Fountain of Youth and never go. We need him. He's the MVP of the NFC. He is the MVP right now. So no, Jerry Jones don't ever. Safeguard that man for as long as we can.
At all costs.
Safeguard. Don't ever let nothing happen to him.
We need him. The old Joker said that, Cowboys are going to be a great contender as soon as Papa J said as soon as they leave. I don't necessarily agree with that either because, the next people in line due to the whole nepotism thing is like-minded people from Jerry Jones, right? So you're going to have people coming in there with that same mentality unless you get somebody that Jerry Jones is going to hand over the reins as GM to make those trade and those draft decisions. They're not going to be a contender if he leaves and put the same person with the same mentality inside of there.
Right. So like with that, Papa J, and I'm just adding to what Misha's saying. Like the majority of people, like doctors, hang around doctors. Okay. If you work fast food your whole life, you're probably gonna be around people that do fast food. You know what I'm saying? If your parents are bad with money, 9 times out of 10, there are exceptions, but you'll probably be bad with money too. So in this situation, the way Jerry Jones runs the organization, those are his children. His children back him and they think just like him for the most part. So guess what? All they're gonna get is a new, improved Jerry Jones. That's what they're gonna get. They're gonna get the same thing. They're gonna get the same Jerry Jones they had before. It's gonna be new and improved. That's it. It's gonna be worse. Because now they can be young-minded and have attitude. So, yeah. So look,
unless you restructure Dak's contract.
Yeah, and now
Tom Brady would have did that to keep Michael Parsons. He did that to bring in Randy Moss and all of those guys. You mean take less money and all that type of stuff. That would have did. He's not that good to be. You know what I mean? So selfish.
Yeah. So look, man, you already know, man. Hey, we have 58. Hey, grand closing, fellas. What y'all got on the way out, man?
34-21 Eagles.
34-21. Okay. 34. Sounds good. Sal, what you got for the score? Any prediction on the score?
I got 30-20 Eagles.
30-20. Okay.
28-17. 28-17 Eagles.
I got 28. I got 28-14. Yo, I'm telling you right now, the amount of electric is gonna be in that stadium when they drop that banner. Them boys are gonna go off on them boys, and one of the biggest rivals. They're gonna kill them. They're gonna kill them at home.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Hey, for those who are out there, hey, look for Gotti at 8:00. He'll be there all day.
10. I'll be out there at 10. I got to pick up somebody from the airport, and I'm going straight from the airport at 10 o'clock. I'm going straight to the link. I'll be out there all day.
That's right, babe. That's right. Tell them like and subscribe. That's right. Like and subscribe. Because if you haven't done it, shame on you. Shame on you. All right. So look, with that being said, look, we out of here, man. Thank y'all. This year, as again, it's gonna be one of the hottest podcasts going out all year. Stay tuned, stay alive, look alive, all that stuff, man. We'll be right here. So appreciate y'all for coming in, man, and fly Eagles fly.